Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.
Hey, what do you think about fucking Politico, guys? The old fact checkers.
They don't make me feel gay.
What did they do?
They usually make my smile turn upside down.
You heard of them, right? You know what I'm talking about. I always bring them up when they do the fact checks. Reuters and Politico.
Of course.
People that watch this show know when they see them, that means that it's true. It says false on their PolitiFact meter, but when we read it and show you guys, it really means true. You know?
Yeah, they're just publicists, and they're putting a good spin on everything for
Great
the people
spin.
they work for.
They are good at that spin thing.
So let me get into this. This is what I saw. Aaron Salter Jr., who is the security guard who was killed in Buffalo, who was working on the the water car, the water
power engine,
was killed by a mass shooter because he was working on creating a water-powered car engine. False. That's false. It's not true. But yet they felt the need to address it.
Exactly.
So many things could be addressed.
That is so weird, man.
But that one in particular. So whenever we see these, we know these are publicists putting a spin on it.
We're on your ass.
In fact, yeah, that is true. So,
I did some research. Said no mas.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Politico, what the fuck is this shit? So, Politico, known originally as The Politico, is a political journalism company based in Arlington County, Virginia, that covers politics and policy in the United States and internationally. It primarily distributes content online, but also with printed newspapers, radio, and podcasts. Its coverage in Washington, D.C. includes Congress, lobbying, the media, and the presidency. So it's owned by a company called Axel Springer SE, Axel spelled A-X-E-L, Springer and S-E. And it's a German company. And let me go down here. And look at that. You want to read that, Buck?
Sure. Pro-American editorial bias and alleged ties to U.S. intelligence agencies.
What? No, you don't say. Pro-American editorial bias and alleged ties to U.S. intelligence agencies.
So the people fact-checking for us is literally the ABC crew. Wow.
U.S. intelligence agencies.
Yeah,
according to German scholar Gudrun Krupp of the whatever that is, Axel Springer SE and its subsidiaries spread a strongly pro-American view in which criticism of U.S. foreign national policy is largely absent. In an interview with The Nation, two former CIA officers alleged that Axel Springer received $7 million from the CIA to support American geopolitical interests with his publishing house. That's how he got the money to fund it.
Follow the money, people.
So that was $7 million back. We're talking in 1951, 52. That was a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
So
that was like $1 billion back then.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. So, let's see. What else does it say here? Although no conclusive evidence has come to light, Krupp considers the CIA officer's allegations credible since Springer, according to his own autobiography, had no money to actually fund the publishing house when it was founded, and it was thus unlikely that he could finance its rapid ascent without money from the outside.
Interesting.
Right?
Cut him up, Desai. Cut him up.
I look into Axel Springer. Who is this guy?
Axel Rose?
Axel Rose. Axel Springer was a German publisher and founder of what is now Axel Springer SE. By the early 1960s, his print titles dominated the West German daily press market. There's a picture of that guy. All right, Axel. Axel had all the ladies. Look at that. Ronnie, what's that say, buddy?
Man, alleged American funding.
Alleged, huh?
Allegedly. Alleged American funding. There are questions as to how, in the lean post-war years, Springer was able to finance so large and rapid an expansion. He operated without partners, even after currency reform in 1948, for a relative upstart bank credit would have difficult to come by. And his first stock for public subscription was not issued until months before his death in 1985. So, no partners, no investors. Poor guy from the middle of fucking Germany, after war-torn Germany. There, after the war ended, it was bad over there because they actually fought over there. You know, that's where the wars took place.
Yeah.
We didn't have to rebuild. They had to rebuild. And his stock didn't go public until months before his death. So where did all this money come from that kept this thing afloat?
Right. What was generating?
Exactly. So there was rumors that Springer in the early post-war years was the beneficiary of covert U.S. efforts to shape and direct public opinion in Germany. According to the American investigative journalist Murray Wass, highly reliable sources in the U.S. intelligence community testified to the figure of $7 million funneled through the CIA to Springer in the early 1950s.
How come when they funnel money, it's okay? But catch us funneling some shit, boy, they gonna cut that funnel off and shove it up your ass.
Boy, for real.
Golly, they always funneling some shit, man. We was just seeing all the money we funneled to Ukraine.
Right.
Then they said, fuck the funnel, let's just give them a boatload.
It's money for the war, but can't feed the poor.
You
Shit,
guys,
man.
when you're getting these fact checks from Politico, no, you are getting your fact checks from U.S. intelligence agencies. That is a fact. You can look it up for yourself.
There it is.
Crazy, right?
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.